You've heard of Monster Man, Snake Man, Beast Man, Plant Man, and Mosquito Man, so get ready for Sharkman. Sharkman, also known as Hammerhead, is a 2005 sci-fi horror film from director Michael Oblowitz. The movie opens on a boat. This guy is the king of the world as he desperately fumbles his girlfriend's boobs. He points at a completely different movie, and then the duo jump in the water. Shark stock footage! The two are then eaten by the Sharkman. Well, they wasted no time showing the monster. Over in the labs of the Umbrella Corporation, some scientists are doing evil science things.
He's not responding to the treatment. Now he's more shark than human.
A planet where sharks evolved from men? The doctor sticks his hand in the Sharkman tank and is shocked when it bites his fingers off. Meanwhile, angry businesswoman Amelia is upset at her terrible haircut. The head of the computer department, Tom, is there to try and schmooze with her. I guess it's working. He then delivers some thinly veiled sexual innuendo.
I'd love to, but I have to work late.
I love to eat late.
Feder, the super evil businessman, is secretly working on the Sharkman project. He has a meeting with Amelia. He shows her some early 2000s computer effects and tells her to get to work. She has a meeting to explain that Dr. King has figured out the stem cell riddle. Amelia says the screenwriter saw Deep Blue Sea and decided to copy it just enough to not get sued.
Stopping the rapid degeneration of brain cells in Alzheimer's patients.
Realizing it's almost 10 minutes since we saw boobs, the movie has Amelia swimming in a bikini. She tells Tom she almost married Dr. King's son Paul. She then goes to the tanning room for a good cry. Tom is mildly jealous until he discovers that Paul died of cancer. Dr. King's talking about his project and how he's drugging women so they can have sex with the Sharkman. They release Anne Heche into the shark love room, but he eats her. Just then, the team is headed to Dr. King's Shark Island. The doctor's trying to find a human to mate with the Sharkman to create a race of super sharks. Looks like the Sharkman has mated at least once. Oh, here's what Audrey 2's been up to. Later that day, the guests arrive. Who brought the Britney Spears impersonator? Dr. King takes them on a tour.
I wouldn't touch that.
If that plant bites you, you'll give birth to the blue monkey! Tom then makes the most obvious joke.
Wow, we've been laid.
These two don't think it's funny. Apparently the female doctor was arrested last year for genetic experiments on humans. So what? Let's all eat the roast pork from the pig with 3 eyes. Some nondescript partygoers go out into the water and get eaten by the Sharkman. Dr. King is spouting off some Star Trek-level techno-jargon. He says sharks can live up to 200 years, and his research is on how to adapt that for humans. He explains his first test subject had kidney cancer, and oh good grief, his son is the Sharkman. They try to leave, but the armed goons get them to stay. They lock them in the room and flood it so that Sharkman can have dinner. Sure is a good thing one of them dropped a gun. Although instead of using the bullets to shoot the Sharkman, he wastes the entire magazine shooting at the fan. Oh my bad, he gets 1 round off before the Sharkman takes it. Just then, they escape. Why didn't Dr. King just do something like flood the room with knockout gas? The next day, more stock footage. The team wanders through the island. They try to escape on their boat, but the bad guys blow it up. The team tries to swim to safety, but here comes the Sharkman. Oh no, not, that guy. Good thing they had a big yellow box labeled Shark Control. What's in there, Batman's shark repellent? Tom hits him with the Shark Stunner and rescues the guy who's now missing a leg. Feder and Brittany decide to try to escape on their own. Brittany runs into the angry molesting tree, and Feder saves her. Walking on these rocks in high heels is a good way to break an ankle. They get to higher ground, and the helicopter launches an After Effects particle generator. The group heads back to the compound. Amelia tries the code to unlock the door. Tom then hotwires it. I didn't know the head of IT could do all this tech stuff. They then leave the one-legged guy behind as food for the Sharkman. His girlfriend's like, yeah, see you later, Stumpy. They break into the lab, where the doctor seems to be harvesting breast milk. Amelia finds a dead baby shark. Tom sets up a spy versus spy trap. Kaboom! One of the guards finds Brittany's bits. Federer's still alive, but the guards get him. Back in the lab, Jeffrey Combs is earning his paycheck here.
Why are these people still alive?
Sharkman shows up and Feder gets away. These two are arguing over who has the silliest glasses. The gang sees Feder and he's not very good at this.
Whitney!
The doctor joins the team and the bad guys blow everything up. She falls into the water and gets eaten. Does this thing ever get full? The blonde seems to have caught super extreme poison ivy and goes to wash it off, but you can guess what happens. The doctor with the jacked up hand goes to try and lure out the Sharkman, but gets eaten. These three use some actual tactics to take out the hired goons. Then we get some boat footage from an entirely different film. They almost steal a helicopter, but the bad guys blow it up, and they get captured. Okay, how did these two get captured, but then Tom got away? Dr. King then extracts some of Amelia's armpit juice. Sharkman then eats Feder. Dr. King tells Amelia his plan is to let his son impregnate her so they can make the perfect human Sharkman mega hybrid. He then loads her into this Sharkman accessible sex torpedo. Sharkman loses it and eats his dad. Oh, I turned my dying son into a shark and then he eats me! How could this have happened? Tom arrives and sprays the Sharkman with some chemical mixture. He then kills it thanks to really bad editing. The duo then trash the place. Oh look, King still lives.
I can't let you do that, my dear.
Or not. They torch the place and then run away from a really bad green screen. They proclaim their love for each other, and the end. Sharkman was produced by New Image and sold to the Sci-Fi Channel to be part of their Sci-Fi Originals features. The movie was originally called Hammerhead, then Hammerhead Shark Frenzy, and finally Sharkman. Probably as a way to tie it in with their other Sci-Fi original films like Skeleton Man and the ones I mentioned at the beginning. This movie is not to be confused with the Sharkman movie from 2001, which was most likely why it was originally called Hammerhead. Hunter Tylo played Amelia. She was a model and actress who was in the long-running soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. In 1996, she got a job on the primetime soap opera Melrose Place, but was fired when Aaron Spelling found out that she was pregnant. Tyler then sued for discrimination and won a $4.8 million lawsuit. William Forsythe played Tom, a fantastic character actor with over 150 credits to his name, everything from Stone Cold to Boardwalk Empire. Jeffrey Combs was Dr. King, no stranger to the doctor role, as he's most commonly known as Dr. West in Reanimator, but also as Dr. Jones in The Man with Two Brains, Dr. East in The Guyver, Dr. Pyle in Trancers 2, Dr. Mordred, Dr. Haggis in The Lurking Fear, Dr. Carey in Time Tracers, Dr. Vanicut in House on Haunted Hill, and you get it, he's been a bunch of doctors. Director Michael Oblowitz was a music video director who worked on videos like Corey Hart's Boy in the Box and Michael Bolton's That's What Love Is All About. In 1997, he got some attention with the modern noir crime drama This World, Then the Fireworks. He's still working, and last year he directed Confidential Informant with Mel Gibson and Dominic Purcell. Sharkman is a ridiculous creature feature. It's held together by some pretty terrific casting, who seem to be giving it their all, despite being paired with some bad Sharkman quick cuts. Even though the version of the film I saw was rated R, it feels like some of the kills were edited for TV. They just seem so sloppy. I do feel like the movie would have been more enjoyable if we could actually see what was going on. Still, it's one of the more enjoyable entries from the Sci-Fi Originals camp before they started buying films that clearly were made over the course of a weekend.